All right, hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. And what you see is actress Nicey Nash and her life partner, wife. She shocked. She shocked the uh, her fans last summer by her sudden marriage. Um, when it wasn't just even months before she had just gotten a divorce. What I want to kind of deal with this coming out, her coming out, was um, really to me it signals the breakdown of the Christian paradigm, and that's what I want to get into: the breakdown of the Christian paradigm. That she is not just in my opinion, she is not just. Uh, um, Let me put it this way: they are not just signaling. They're not just signaling. Um, what I'm going to say is um, the comfortableness, the what used to be the norm. People are now finding that they don't need Christianity. And that's the signal we need to look at. That's what we need to see. That all of a sudden now, uh, what made her so comfortable? Now, think about this. What made her so comfortable? This was a sudden turn of events here. Now, before we do, let me say this. Please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comments section below. All comments are welcome. Now, I just want to share a couple of thoughts on this. Just obviously, in fact, she's still kind of delicate about it in that she's not saying that she's fully coming out, and she's not. What can I say? She's not coming out as lesbian, but there are other terms within, of course, the LGBT community, which now, of course, they have added a whole bunch of letters onto this. And under the heading that to each is his own, I'm going to bring a picture back up here. The one thing I want to say is that, of course, let me give just a couple of things. Some of you are probably already aware of this. She stars in a show called Claws and another one, Reno 9/11. She, I'm going to say, is a professing Christian. And we can put a question mark by that. And of course, obviously, if the more conservative Christians would definitely say that she is not a Christian, especially now that she has come out lesbian. And let me just tell you why I think that has some merit to it. And this is why I said in my description, which is not showing up. It is showing up on one, but it's not showing up on YouTube. Okay, my title of this was Nicey Nash coming out signals the breakdown of the Christian paradigm. And what I want to say about that is the Christian paradigm that existed in this nation really since its inception, 1776, you can even go back. It was always the Christian way. So when we're talking about the Christian way, in some respect, you can also say it was the conservative way, that they kind of engulfed each other. There was kind of a marriage of Christianity and the conservative principles. People may not understand or believe that conservatism in and of itself is not necessarily conservatism. Let me put this. I think Christianity and conservatism are not exclusive. However, the shared values, as they would say, values of family. When I say family, we're talking marriage, We're talking about marriage between a man and a woman. Of course, over time, this is now being challenged. And the idea of now that this couple is becoming so commonplace now that we see this image all the time. You cannot have a a television program now without seeing this image of homosexuality and lesbianism. And what I want to kind of stress is why? What did Nicey Nash have to overcome to be able to make this bold of a move? Now, in years past, her career would have been done, standing in society would have been done, but now it's different. She's celebrated now. The reason why I'm even doing this now, even though this is kind of an old story right now, I kind of caught an interview that she did, her and her wife did on Good Morning America. There are a couple of things here that kind of saddens me, that the spiritual condition was such that she was able to say, forget it. Forget tradition. Now, as I said, she earlier this year had just divorced, I believe it was her either second or third husband, just earlier in 2020. And then, of course, it was just so quickly to turn around and get married to a woman. Now, we can speculate whether or not this might have been going on for a while. Let me just say this. Certainly the feelings that she had was going on would suggest to me, of course, as Christians, I don't want to make her the enemy and say, oh my gosh, she's going to hell, she's going to burn in hell, she's a sodomite, she's this, she's that, and the other. Because like all of us who need Christ, we all need to come to Jesus. She decided to come out. And she came out in the grand way by getting married. Okay? And I think she made a statement against the status quo. That now it is becoming more and more easier for this to happen. It is becoming easier for not only gay and lesbian, but transgender to come out, and they are accepted. And what I want to say is, the Christian paradigm, which I'm going to say was a false image in the first place, where we were more interested in image. See, think about this. Let's go back, for example, to the 40s. The fantasy of the 40s. And the fantasy of the 40s was this. Everybody, a girl was a virgin until she got married. And then she got married, and they happily lived ever after, right? Live in the suburbs, whatever. But that wasn't the reality. The reality oftentimes, like in all ages, women would get married to get away from their homes. Their homes, after a while, were not the picture-perfect homes. But let's say, for example, if she got pregnant when she was a teenager. She got pregnant when she was a teenager. The proverbial, she would go and visit Aunt Sally for the summer, where the baby was either born, yes, even aborted back then in the 40s, more commonly probably born and put up with adoption. So they maintain the image. See, what we have been having a lot is the image. The Christian paradigm image has always been, this American white bread, and pun intended on white, because that's the image that they really push. When you thought about America in the 30s and the 40s, you didn't think about the African American struggle. You didn't think about the racism. You didn't think about the sexism. You don't think about slavery. So this image that we have, that's what's crumbling. And what is going on is that people are finding the courage to overcome that image. And as Christians, we're not offering the right answers, the right solutions. Uh, let's just assume that Nicey Nash was struggling and knowing that I know this is wrong. Now, mind you, she might have been committing fornication. She might have committed adultery. But that didn't bother her as much as to the point where we said, oh, no, no, homosexuality, that's the great sin. Oh, it's an abomination. So that's been ingrained in us. And here's my point. Spiritually, she got to that conscious part of her that she was able to overcome and say no to traditional values, traditional family values, Christian values. And maybe she even said no to God. Maybe she even said no to Jesus. Maybe when I say she said no, maybe she reinvented like a lot of people are doing, as they're using the term living her truth. Here's what I want to say. As Christians, we better get back to the basics. We better start being the salt and the light. We better start shining the light, not a Republican, conservative, evangelical light, because that's what people are rebelling against. And to me is that we shouldn't look at Nicey Nash as an abomination, but as someone just like all of us who needs Jesus and who needs that as the emptiness that sin will always provide. That, hey, when she looks, and the world looks to us, they don't see a paradigm crumbling. They don't see fake Christians, but they see real Christians shining forth the life, the love, and the life of Jesus. Hey guys, that's my perspective. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.